for the study, so that it said if you go out with the actual guidelines of what actual autistic women are like, I bet you'll have a lot of luck. You'll have a lot of luck, a lot more luck, finding autistic girls. And they did. And not only did that, when their study was published, and they explained all this, it started to, that's about 10 or probably more years ago, it started to slide through the autistic community that girls can be autistic just as much as boys can, just with slightly different presentation. It's kind of like they were, before Carol, they were kind of looking for women with prostate cancer. And believe it or not, there are women who have, for some reason, enough prostate tissue to get prostate cancer. But well, that was interesting. Well, the screen's not on, so with your permission, it's not cheating. I'm just going to take these two off that got stuck there. And wow, that came down with a big crash. Now, though, while I have, like, oh, you know what? I'm going to put you on pause a second while I get the stuff off the floor. Yeah, it's a nice place. I don't want it to look sloppy. Okay, it's still a little messy, but he said he'd send someone out to take care of it. So, let's see what we have so far, shall we? We got another 5. We got 100. We got 100 and 100. Not another 5. We got a 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds and a 500. Now, again, well, let me show you this first. Remember those red things, the lava balls? We have 12 of 12. Okay, 12 of the lava balls. That's 5 grams of gold each. I think that's about 300 each. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't own it yet. So, for that matter, I don't owe it yet either. That's also good. So now I just have to knock down these other 3. Well, one thing's for sure. You know what? There's so much that every time something goes in, it'll come out. I'm going to need to clean that out. Anyway. Oh. And look. Two more of these balls. Let's count them up after we know whether I won. How about that? Oh. More balls. Well, I guess you got to have a lot of balls to play this game. Because you could be winning, or you could be digging your own way to the poorhouse. Okay? More. You may have gotten them all. You know, I know it's not right because he put in a lot of effort, but I'm just thinking about how much time and effort went into making that tower. And it did take me a little while to knock it down, but a lot less time than I thought. And now I have, here's almost the whole tower in this container. So I don't think I'm going to have to worry about running out of quarters, because they're just going to keep cycling through until we knock this stuff down. Anyway, the point of the story I was droning on about is that there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of girls with autism, just like my wife, who will get a proper diagnosis, a proper understanding of themselves, and hopefully the right kind of help. And we can let go of this notion we had for decades that if it's not a boy, it can't be autism. Because in fact, it can. I mean, you know, maybe there are some of you out there who have been told something incredibly stupid, like, well, I'd say this is autism, but it can't be because she's a girl. Well, you know what? It can be. Find a different person. Okay, in a sense, I guess I'm out of quarters in this cup. I'm not going to bother. Well, you know what? I'm going to stick to my good luck. And I'm just going to keep refilling this cup. I'll get rid of the chip here. And just keep, see, this is maybe the problem. Even after I get this all cleared out, maybe not be possible to knock those down, because when on the left and right sides, what Josh and Jason called the dead zone, it may not actually be possible to knock them down. But we'll see. Certainly have enough quarters that it's not a problem. It's more to the fact that I'm in my 60s and I don't know how much longer I can stand on my feet. And if there's just no way. I wish someone would come up with a chair that would make it possible to play these things. Oop. Um, you know it's not fair? When you're in your 60s, you remember what you were like when you were 19 or 20 or whatever. But the people who are 19 or 20 don't remember, obviously, what it's going to be like when they're 60. So, they have no real appreciation of what it's like to get up without pain. Or not even really pain, just stiffness, about how you your reflexes used to be so fast, your memory used to be so good, and okay, the middle is clearing out, that's for sure. But so far, as far as I can tell, nothing whatever is happening on the sides. I mean, can I really feed quarters in so fast that the Steelers holes don't just take all the quarters? Remember all those, hey, you don't have to remember. See all these lava balls? Yeah, there's thousands in them there balls. And you know what? I do have to remind myself that that I won't be paying him off in cash, but it'll wipe out my account here, and I'll have to give him marketing advice. I think I'm just going to tell him, it's pretty obvious this place needs some more coin pushers. Okay, we actually emptied out a cup, but you know what? As usual, I don't like moving on to another cup if I still have quarters, so the guy who cleaned up moves the cups, but there's so many quarters on the floor, you can hear them crunching. And honestly, I'm within the rules to pick those quarters up and use them. I just don't need to yet. So I don't know what your plans for the weekend are. My son, speaking of people in their 20s, his art teacher has an art show in Yonkers. And one of my son's people is taking him up to, just for those of you in other parts of the world, boroughs, and remember, as a New Yorker, I tend to forget there are other parts of the world. Yonkers is just above New York City. The northernmost borough in New York is the Bronx. Oh, all the boroughs are Staten Island, Brooklyn, where I live and is therefore the best. Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, and Manhattan is a borough. Manhattan is where everything upper class you've ever seen in about New York takes place. Also where a lot of other things take place, and where they look down on the outer boroughs because we are the bridge and tunnel crowd, because we can't get to Manhattan without crossing a bridge or going through a tunnel, which is true. You know, the one on the left is starting to move. Here, I'm going to tip over a little bit. There we go. Starting to get filled up again. I see, they're actually quarters under this. It's going to tip backwards if it tips at all, but I can live with that. I just has to come down. And then I just have to decide if I want to spend the time okay, give me a sec, guys. The owner came by and said I'm not showing enough of his beautiful restaurant. So I got to rejigger the camera here a little bit so I show more out the... Well, you know, I don't know why he thinks people will think there's a window in the back of Coin Pusher. It's a picture. I mean, you hear all those people? You hear all those people in the restaurant? Yeah, you see any of them back there? No. Why? It's a picture. Oh, I'm doing a quick clean out. You know what? Leave me a comment. Should I flip through the clean outs? Should I just spare you the endless fun and fascination of seeing what actually comes out of the chute and hearing all the chute sounds? Or should I just skip over it? Let me know. I'll do it. Whatever you guys leave in the comments, I'll do next time. There's still some chips in there, but I'm just going to refill this. Oh, there's some chips. And get the chips out as I go. You guys are being patient enough. You know, if any of you watching have special needs kids of any kind, doesn't have to be just... Where'd that come from? That's where it came from. The sky. We're raining quarters. The Coin Pusher anthem. The metal banging chorus. Okay, let's try we're on the right for a while. Because there doesn't seem to be anything on the left. Just like an old-fashioned quarter pusher. And I think I said in an earlier video, I think all coin pusher machines are just longing. Whoa! Okay. I didn't even do anything. Okay. That's down. I'm trying to see if I can push some of that over to the left. I mean over to the right. You know, this is the left, this is the right. I want to see if I can move some of the chips over that way, because that'll help block up the Steelers holes. At least they're blocked on this side. Look, you can see a chip has gone into the Steelers hole. It's blocking everything. Okay, that really should make the drops on the right more effective. Because look, see how they're starting to block up the center? That means more quarters will wind up going over in that direction. And that did it. Okay, now all of this stuff is mine. I'm going to be a little bit more enthusiastic. Let's get it off. All the stuff on the back shelf, all the stuff in the front, it's all mine now. Mine, 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 mine. Wow, he's going to, well, look, here he comes. Ta-da! And he just looks at me and says, huh, I guess I owe you some fish. And I go, he said, okay, I owe you a lot of fish. How much fish can you eat? And I said, well, it's, you know, it's house credit. I can bring a lot of friends. And he said, oh, and you know what? I'll give you this free marketing advice. Let me eat free and all my friends. I'll bring all my friends. They'll see what a wonderful place this is. And that they'll think I bought it all for them, and then they'll come back and come back another night on their own and pay. And he said, you know, on second thought, if that's the quality of your marketing advice, that I just give everything away free, I'm not sure I want to play you for it anymore. And I said, nah, we can keep playing for it. Besides, just me and my wife will make a heck of a dent. You don't have to worry too much about that. But look back there. Wow, all those 500s. So I think I'm going to go with the Tower of Fire for the name of this. But you know, I can change the name once it's been put up. So if you don't like the name, Danger Zone versus the Tower of Fire, then leave a comment and I'll change the name. In fact, let's have a little contest. Whoever can come up with the best name, I'll change it to their choice and I'll put their name in it. You know, maybe the Volcano of the Red Balls. Suggested by Mitzi. Or Wendy, or Josh, or Dan. Dan, you could do it. Coming up with a new title to this video, and I'll pick the one I like best. You know, it doesn't matter if it's silly. If, you know, don't worry about me thinking you're stupid if you come up with something silly. Look at me. This is how I spent my Saturday. Aha! Well, at least they're coming down. Folks, and remember the other thing to comment on is the other thing to comment on is whether you want me to keep talking while I clean out the chute, or just skip it and jump on. Because, you know, I can edit this after. I can edit it out afterwards. So, again, why don't you guys do some participation here? Help me out a little bit. Oh, and while you're posting your suggestions for the video, and rude suggestions are just fine, like, you know, the video John should have shoved up his butt will do fine as a suggestion. Why don't you take a little extra time and, you know, I put in, if you are like this video, or even if you didn't like this video, if you don't like videos at all, if you never watched this video, could you at least like and subscribe? You know, you can watch the first, you know, you can like and subscribe the first minute. Oh, there goes the camera again. You can like and subscribe the first minute you're on, and then you can turn away and watch something else. But don't, because they track that. You can watch something else, but leave this logged in, because that really helps with the algorithm, with my numbers. Here, let me adjust this a bit. He came by and said, "You're not showing the whole picture again?" And I said, "Do you really want me to show them in a totally empty restaurant that where the food has been laying out this whole time?" No. You have a gorgeous place here. There's no question of that. But really, they get what you're trying to do. They get what kind of place it is. They've been watching for almost an hour. I hope. Okay, so then